In this video, we will take a look at 3 true tales of buried treasure which appeared of the magazine Long John Latham's True Treasure. The stories in this video are simplified summaries of the original articles. If you'd like to read the original articles, along with the other articles which appear in this magazine, please consider purchasing this issue of Western and Eastern Treasure, which you can find by clicking the link in the description. Story number 1. The Lost Schwartz Diggings. High above the vast expanse of the Santa Rosa Mountains in Southern California, at an elevation of around 4,000 feet, lies a fabled treasure waiting to be discovered. Legend has it that within these sacred peaks, a lost gold mine or perhaps a hidden cave holds a priceless cache of Indian gold. The tale begins in the year 1890 when Nicholas Schwartz, accompanied by his Indian wife, tantalized the denizens of San Francisco with tales of their prosperous mine. However, their sudden disappearance soon after left the world forever curious about the whereabouts of this mythical fortune. According to Schwartz, he had extracted a staggering $70,000 worth of gold from the mine in just 1 year. Numerous adventurous souls have ventured forth, following Schwartz's supposed clues to the mine's location, only to be met with disappointment. While many have stumbled upon what seemed to be the very spot described by Schwartz, the elusive gold remains hidden, mocking their efforts. Yet halfway along the treacherous path towards the mine, a mysterious inscription carved into a weathered rock offers a glimmer of hope. Etched into the stone is the enigmatic marking EB 1876. The significance of this marker remained a mystery until 1946 when Arthur Kenck of Ocotillo Wells, California, stumbled upon it. However, it wasn't until 1965, after a relentless 15-year search, that Melvin Stedman and Alan DeWeese finally unearthed what they believed to be the exact location of Schwartz's mine. Alas, their endeavors yielded no gold, but instead revealed a trove of abandoned camping and mining equipment, strewn about as if hastily abandoned. Bedrolls, coffee pots, dynamite, sifting screens, and even a wheelbarrow lay forgotten, raising questions about the fate of the unknown prospectors. Why would they leave behind such valuable tools, especially when miners were notorious for their perpetual need for cash? Did tragedy befall this mysterious group? One theory suggests that nearby lies a vast burial cave known to be frequented by the indigenous tribes. Legend has it that whenever these tribes ventured into the sacred mountains, they returned laden with golden treasures. It is plausible that the ill-fated prospectors stumbled upon this sacred cave and were ensnared by a catastrophic cave-in, forever sealing their fate. However, the truth may forever remain shrouded in the mists of uncertainty. For those brave enough to embark on the quest for this hidden bounty, the journey begins in the south, in the arid wash of Coyote Canyon within Borrego Valley. From there, a grueling 7-mile hike awaits, leading intrepid adventurers up to the lofty altitude of 4,000 feet. The trail, at times no wider than a mere 6 inches, tests the determination and resolve of those who dare to tread upon it. As one wearily ascends, eyes must remain vigilant for any signs of a slide area concealing the entrance to a hidden cave or mine shaft, and perhaps, just perhaps, the long-lost treasure that has bewitched so many seekers. Thus, the tale of this elusive gold mine, whispered through the ages, calls out to those with a thirst for adventure and a longing for untold riches. May the brave souls who dare to venture forth be blessed by fortune, their names etched in the annals of history as they unravel the secrets that lay dormant within the heart of the Santa Rosa Mountains. Story number 2. The Legend of Black Bart. Amidst the rampant lawlessness that plagued the Western Territories during the 1800s, a pressing issue arose, safely transporting gold from the abundant mines to the banks of San Francisco. To confront this urgent situation, an express company was forged. The one that eventually dominated the trade was none other than Wells, Fargo and Company, established in 1850 by the visionary trio of Henry Wells, William G. Fargo, and John Butterfield. With no postal service in place, the express company became the sole reliable means of conveying packages and gold bullion. Naturally, Wells Fargo became a prime target for every audacious outlaw. The inaugural heist occurred in 1855 when Rattlesnake Dick, the notorious bandit from Auburn, intercepted a mule train carrying a fortune of $80,000 in gold dust. Over a span of 14 years, from 1870 to 1884, Wells Fargo endured a staggering 313 stagecoach robberies, 34 attempted robberies, 23 burglaries, and 4 train robberies. 16 stagecoach bandits met their demise, while 7 were sent to the gallows. The total worth of the treasures pilfered by these outlaws amounted to a staggering $415,312.55. Nevertheless, Wells Fargo not only took on the responsibility of transporting gold, but also depositing it safely in its own bank branches, providing receipts that were always honored. Not a single customer they served suffered any monetary loss. Wells Fargo took great pains to establish an immensely efficient police and detective force, offering substantial rewards for the capture of robbers and recovery of stolen treasures. Among the bandits who inflicted the most damage upon Wells Fargo was the infamous Black Bart, the Po-8. This solitary marauder specialized in pilfering gold shipments. Bart embarked on his criminal career well into his middle age, amassing an impressive record of 27 successful heists before his capture. During stagecoach robberies, Bart concealed his identity by donning a flour sack with peepholes over his head. Despite working alone, he often managed to deceive his victims into believing he was part of a larger gang. Bart never targeted passengers. His sole objective was the Wells Fargo treasure boxes. In contrast to the cowboy outlaws depicted on screens big and small, Bart typically operated without a horse, carrying his gun, blankets, equipment, and stolen loot over deserts and mountains on foot. He frequently covered a grueling 25 miles per day, despite the weighty burden he bore. In the second year of his criminal career, Bart began leaving behind verses of poetry inscribed on the empty express boxes, further fueling the legends surrounding his name. Tales of Black Bart's exploits grew, and despite his lack of equestrian aid, he astoundingly managed to rob 2 stagecoaches situated 30 miles apart within a mere 24 hours, traversing treacherous, mountainous terrain. Ultimately, his downfall came in the form of a handkerchief bearing the laundry mark FX0.7, inadvertently abandoned at one of his crime scenes. After investigating 91 laundries in San Francisco, the handkerchief was traced back to a certain C.E. Bolton, an alias for Charles E. Bowles. Promptly thereafter, Bowles, alias Black Bart, was apprehended, tried, and sentenced to 6 years behind bars. After serving his time, he was released in January 1888, only to vanish mysteriously. Regarding the vast trove of stolen treasures amassed by Black Bart during his raiding spree, a significant portion was swiftly recovered. It is believed that Bart either spent or generously distributed some of the ill-gotten gains, while burying the remainder. With his disappearance in 1888, the curtain fell on the career of one of the most dreaded, revered, and vivid characters of the bygone American West. Story number 3. Treasure on War Eagle Creek. In the enchanting land of northwest Arkansas, amidst the rolling hills and babbling War Eagle Creek, dwelled a pioneer named Jim Hawkins. A man of practicality and ambition, he forged his path as one of the earliest settlers in the region. With his skilled hands, he constructed the very first grist mill and distillery near the quaint town of Huntsville. Jim's endeavors flourished, and his coffers swelled with prosperity. Upon his inevitable passing, the reins of his thriving enterprise fell into the capable hands of his daughter, Mattie. Having imbibed her father's wisdom of frugality, she too embraced the art of saving. Alas, Mattie's journey eventually came to an end, leaving the ancestral home to one of the younger Hawkins and his new bride. As they set about restoring the dilapidated fireplace, a wondrous discovery awaited this young couple. Hidden amidst the ancient ashes beneath the central hearthstone, a wire loop emerged, entwined with an iron-bound box. With bated breath, they pried open the mystical container, revealing a treasure trove of gold coins and bills amounting to a staggering $11,000. Their curiosity piqued, they embarked on a further exploration, unearthing several smaller caches that added up to a grand total of $19,000. While this tale may appear fascinating but futile to the untrained treasure seeker, it should be noted that this bountiful discovery transpired in the early 1900s, long before the advent of the metal detector. Yet hope lingered for those who dared to dream. Armed with a trusty shovel and a newfound sense of adventure, the couple began to dig, guided by the whispers of possibility. A mere 6 inches beneath the Earth's surface, they encountered the lid of a strong-shouldered mason fruit jar, its metallic essence beckoning the metal detector's call. Crafted in 1915, the jar held secrets within its confines. Eagerly, they removed the jar from its subterranean abode, hearts pounding in anticipation. Within, they discovered a treasure beyond their wildest imaginings, a 1934 green seal, Julian Morgenthau $50 note, nestled alongside a 1950 green seal, Clark Snyder $50 note. A bonanza of $100 graced their very first foray into the realm of treasure hunting. Fueled by the intoxication of their newfound passion, the couple traded their unearthed riches and their once-cherished detector for a more sophisticated model. With a glimmer of ambition in their eyes, they embarked on a quest for fame and fortune, their hearts alight with the thrill of the chase. As twilight descended upon that fateful day, Darrell, filled with exhilaration, stepped into the store where he had acquired his treasure hunting tools. Breathless and brimming with anticipation, he exclaimed, "I know not what lies before us, but it is grand, concealed within our very own backyard." Engaged in further conversation, he was advised to dutifully refill the hole, for the market had not yet embraced a demand for used septic tanks. Thus, the tale of the beginning treasure hunter draws to a close, with blessings bestowed upon their valiant pursuit. May the gods of fortune smile upon their endeavors as they continue to unearth the hidden wonders that await them. If you're interested in purchasing a copy of this vintage magazine for yourself or as a gift for a friend or loved one, please click the link in the description.